Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk about vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is actually not a vitamin. It is a hormone. And this hormone is produced primarily in the skin in response to sun exposure. Unfortunately, we're not getting a whole lot of sun exposure this time of year. And if you think about it, because of its profound influence on immune function, when we stop accumulating this fat soluble vitamin and we start using up our uh, uh, resources, okay, then around Thanksgiving or Christmas time, we'd start getting sick. We get colds and flus, and that continues into the spring. Okay. So a lot of that is due to you running out of vitamin D. Now, the darker your skin, the more difficult it is to make vitamin D. So when I measure folks, well, first of all, when I do a blood test on anybody that isn't supplementing, they are typically very low. And the range runs from about 30 up to 100. And where you want to be is what I tell people freeway speeds. You want to be at 60, 70, 75 or so. That's where you see the maximum amount of benefits. And since we're not making vitamin D this time of year, with the sunshine, and anytime that we are putting on sunscreen that has an SPF of 15 or more, you're not making vitamin D, even if you're out in the sun, you need to supplement. And here are the reasons you need to supplement. Number one, it strengthens your bones. It's necessary to absorb magnesium and calcium, two minerals that are really important for your bones. As we talked about, it strengthens your immune system. They utilize vitamin D in Finland to reduce the incidence of type 1 diabetes. They were giving 3 to 4,000 units of vitamin D right from day one of birth. And they reduced the incidence of type 1 diabetes, which is an autoimmune disease, by 75% in about 5 years. It's linked to the prevention of cancer, all sorts of cancer, whether it's endometrial cancer, whether it's breast cancer. Again, as an immune function hormone, it's going to strengthen your ability to seek out those aberrant cells and remove them. It will boost your mood. You've heard of, a lot of people have heard of SAD, seasonal affective disorder. That's when people become depressed because of the weather. It can aid in weight loss. It lowers your risk of rheumatoid arthritis as well as lots of other autoimmune diseases. It lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes. It helps lower blood pressure. It might reduce the risk of heart disease. That's still being studied. It's anti-inflammatory. It can strengthen the health of your teeth and gums. It reduces the risk of fractures and bone loss. It supports proper lung function. It helps with cognition and your nervous system. It actually helps with hair growth, and it can help prevent dementia. Now, as I said earlier, just about everyone that I've measured that is not taking vitamin D is low. The only person I measured that had a good vitamin D was a guy that taught yoga for 3 hours on the beach in Jamaica every day for the last 6 to 8 weeks. He had been doing that. His vitamin D was fine. But again, the risk of all of these issues, hypertension, heart disease, asthma, allergies, autoimmune diseases, goes up unless you have vitamin D. And you don't have vitamin D if you're not out in the sun. It takes about 30 minutes of good sun exposure without sunscreen. Okay. in your birthday suit or your bathing suit. So a lot of skin exposed in order for you to make about 2 to 3,000 units. So typically what I do every day, I take this supplement, D3 5000. They make it in a tablet chewable form. They make it in a liquid form. It's very inexpensive. We're talking like the liquid has costs about $20 for a bottle, has 2,500 drops. If you're taking 5 drops a day, that would give you 5,000 units, and that's going to last you for over 500 days. So about a year and a half for $20. So inexpensive, no excuse not to take it, no excuse for your children to be on it. You want them better behaved. You want them to have better muscles, better bones, better brains, better immune system. Then get them on vitamin D. Tomorrow we'll be talking about fish oils. Everybody have a nice day.